Hello, my name is Gideon. I'm part of the hotel school, Hayman Island, and today I'm doing my internship video presentation. And today I'm going to talk about a little brief of Hayman, my department, and my role in my department and what it involves. So, Hayman Island is the northerly of the Whitsunday Islands off the coast of central Queensland. And Hayman Island is also owned by Morpha. So Morpha is two people, one Asian and one Australian. And our visions and mission statement is to deliver personal, attentive service. That is for my department. First of all, I will go a little brief. But first of all, I want to start with it to deliver and personal, attentive service. So we want to also so in my department, in which we are front office department, we want to make sure that our guests love the island, and we want to make sure that wherever they want us, we will always be there for them. And our second one is go beyond immersive into iconic luxury. So when it comes to luxury things, we also want to be on top of everything as well, because the more on top we are, not only in results but in our landscapes as well, because that is what it attracts people to come on this island. And then we will also want to be awarded for the best results and everything. And our core target markets, we have Hayman Island, we have core target markets. So our core target market is families, baby boomers, Chinese. And first of all, because of the COVID issue, we don't get international travelers as we did in the beginning. So now it's more of like Brisbane people, early beach people, people from locals, and people from Melbourne, Sydney. Those are people who come on Hayman Island. So we are hoping that we are keeping fingers crossed, hope the borders will be open so that international people will also come here, and then we get like all those people from around the world to come here as well. And then we got facilities in my department. So my department is, I work in the front office, that is the front office of Hayman Island. So my facilities in my departments, we've got a break room. The break room is where you, if you want to get a drink of water, if you want to relax and have a chat with your colleagues, co-workers. And we also got the gardens as well. So garden is where it's one of our most places attractions as well. That's when everyone, the guest comes, and we show them everywhere. We show them the garden as well. And then we got the formals. So formals is where we pack all the baggies, and that's where we invite. That's where all the guests comes, and then we will take them through the resort. So that is where we introduce ourselves at the formals. And then we got the Mycon office. So my concierge, we've got their own office as well. So the my concierge are people who provide the biggest houses in Hayman Island. So they are the people who provide their itinerary and provide all their plans, and and also and also it's like a private agent on the island. So the Mycon people, they take care of those things as well. And then we've got the organizational structure for my front office department. So the organizational structure, we've got a front office manager, we've got a duty manager, but we don't have front office supervisor yet, but we are nearly about to get one as well. And then we've got the mine concierge team, and then we've got a transport. So we've got a global logistics manager. So that is, we've got a transport department as well, and then we've got the GSA, and then we've got a porter, and then we've got a porter as well. And then when we get to training opportunities, if you want to get into the front office, first of all, you have to start as a porter. So when you start as a porter, you can also, so as you are moving as a porter, you can also go and do a vessel host. So working in the ships, working in the vessels, and then collecting reg cards. That is how you start if you want to make your way up. So that is how our training opportunities is. So you start as a porter, and then from porter, you're gonna do vessel host. So when you get to vessel host, first of all, you're gonna start doing reg card, and then you start doing Opera as well. Opera is one of the big factors in the front office. So we've got the reservations. That is where you want to do the reservations, arrivals, and all those things. So you start from porter, and then you do vessel host. That's when you learn about the reg card, and then you learn about the Opera. So after you've done the vessel host, then you can go and do GSA. That is the guest service agent, or you can also go to front desk. So also you can also go into front desk as well. But we've got an IAG account where when you go to my learning, you can learn also about all the departments as well. So that is the training opportunities Hayman Island, my front office, provides. And then we've got the unique features. So my unique features is the transport department. I mean, transport department is a unique feature. It's so beautiful how, the when the vessel is coming, the transport people will be so ready, and then they'll be standing in formals, and then they'll be waving. I mean, it's for me, I find as a unique feature. And then we've got the arrival meet and greet when they meet at formals, and the way they arrive, the way they approach them, it's so beautiful. I find it like as a unique feature. And then also working outside as well, because when you work outside, you get to see the beautiful views. Working in the morning, everything is so beautiful as well. And then Hayman Island, I mean, we are popular as well. It's not all about we being in the Wait Sunday. When it comes to awards, we've got a couple. So I'm going to mention a couple of awards we've got so far. So awards, we got the 2021 Queensland Tourism Award. That is what we got this year. And then we've also got UDIA Queensland Awards Excellence. And then we also won the winner of the Environmental Excellence Award 2019 Travelers Choice. And we also won the Travelers Choice Winner 2020. So now I'm going to talk about my role. So my role in the front office is a porter. So I'm a porter. So I'm going to talk about my role and what it involves. So as a porter, I ensure that bags and other guest effects are properly tagged and get to the right room. If you don't get to the right room, if you don't doing it, you don't get to the right room, everything becomes so scattered, and the guest complains a lot, and it affects the front office as well. So as a porter, I have to ensure that all tags are in the right room. So that's why normally when I'm about to do it, I ask my transport supervisor, I asked him that is there any room change, and then I'll cancel my A's and D's. So I ensure that all bags are properly getting to the room, and then I respond immediately to assign guest calls that concern minor room maintenance and other needs. Sometimes the guests can be like, oh, they need a couple of ice cubes, to have their drink, or they need IRM, they need in-room dining as well too. So for that one, I also provide them with all those things as well. And then I make sure that and then what it involves is making sure that crucial goods and items are delivered where they are needed the most. So that is what normally I do as a porter. So we've got so I'm going to do a little bit of my description of my department. So the description of my department, as I say, is the front office. So it is one of the many departments of the hotel business which directly interacts with the customers when they first arrive. Yes, so that goes back to the meet and greet. So whenever a guest arrives on Hayman Island, the front office, we are the first people. We have to show them out. They see us first. We have to show them our impression and everything. We are the one who we interact with them first. The staff of this department is very visible to the guests. We are very visible because we are the front office department, and then front office staff handles the transactions between the hotel and its guests. So when they come and when they want to check out, they normally come to the front office, and then they check out with their cards. They check out with their cards and so on. So that is what normally we do in front office. So if a guest is having problem with the card, they come in, we give them the new card, and if they are leaving, if they want to check out as well, they normally come to the front office, and then they check out and everything as well. And then we've got the daily activities in departments. So the daily activities in the departments, we interact with guests to handle requests for an accommodation. So, and then also checking accommodation availability and assigning it to the guests, and then also issuing accommodation keys to the guest as well. So when the guest comes in, we make sure we give them the right keys so that they get into the right rooms as well. And sometimes as well, when they come into the room, they want to also move to another room, so they call us and then we give them a new card, and then they go into their new rooms. And sometimes we also do briefings as well. So briefings, they tell us about the ADR, the percentage, the occupancy, which shops, which restaurant is open as well. So that is what normally we also do. We is also part of our daily activities as well. That's what we do in our day in day out in the front office department. And then how the role contributes to the success of the departments of our departments. So it contributes by greeting guests when they checked into the establishment, when they check in, when they come in. So normally we greet them, and then they make sure they are checked in. And then so my role as a porter, I also ensure that everything is in the room in order and properly working as well. So when I come in, I also check everything, whether everything works. So if everything doesn't work, I also call like the engineering team, and then I call like an electrician to come and fix if there is any problem with the lights as well. And then I also check the room equipment, such as highway and ventilation. So if there is heat, I have to make sure the aircon and everything is working as well, so that the guests can also sit in the room and they enjoy the spectacular views in Hayman Island. And then so a couple of skills I want to dip into is demonstration and professional manner and verbal reporting skills. That is active listening. I mean, this department you have to be active listening. So normally we have a radio, and then that is where we get all our information. If there is any room change, they will let us know on the radio. So active listening plays a big factor in the front office department, because if you are not more active listening, it's going to be so hard. You make the job difficult for the front office. So every time I'm ready to listen to what they are about to say as well. And then normally I speak clearly and concisely as well. You have to speak so that people can hear you as well. And then you also have to speak with confidence as well, because in this department you also have to show your confidence, show dominance. Yes, you are the guy as well. And then we've got the emotional control. The emotional control is really serious sometimes, because sometimes when you are dealing with the guests, you have to calm down, and also calm down and listen to them as well. Sometimes they might do things that will annoy you, but I have to have emotional control. I think in the hotel industry, it's more of like working with people, so the emotional control plays a very big factor. So I hope you enjoy a couple of Hayman Island, my department, and what it involved. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you once again. Ciao. Bye.